Hello. Got the hat. Got a lot of work to do. A lot. Got a lot of work to do. Um, gonna open this box that I got. Shout out to Gary from that detail shop. So we're gonna open this box here. He's got something new that we're gonna carry at the House of Rags that I've never used before. How's everybody doing? Me. How's everybody doing? I got a lot of work to do in this car. I'm behind because I was, working at Thor, doing some stuff and getting it ready. So I got a box here. I'm going to show you something um, new that we're going to carry at the House of Rags. Hey, everybody. How's it going? So, listen, the roof, I'm going to be doing regloss on the roof. Has to get fixed. I have to polish the car. I have to wash the car. I got to see if we bring back some gloss. The roof is kind of sun damaged. So we're going to do regloss. I don't know if I'll do it this live or do a video on it. But I want to show you what we got to do in the car. So the car has to get... Can you guys hear me? Hello, everybody. Hello. Wondering if you all could hear me. That's what I'm wondering. If y'all could hear me, that'd be great. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. Sounds good. I got a couple things from Gary here. One is going to be something we're legit carrying. So Gary created a new product that I'm testing, going to be carrying it, things of that nature. It's coming to Thor. Um, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So this is what we're going to be carrying at Thor. The box has some, oh, we've got some other stuff in here too that looks like good. So check this out. We got a new foam canning that we're going to be carrying at the House of Rags. I want to say this about Gary. His box presentation is pretty awesome. So he changed his whole design on the Apex foam cannon. And everything from the box itself to what he has is kind of dope. So let's unbox this because we got to wash this car together. Didn't you introduce this product before? Which product? The foam cannon? No, this product's new. So let's go over what Gary did that's kind of different. Um, and let's talk about it. So in the box, you get a nice presentation. It is now black. So you got rid of that ugly green color. It's got weighted tubes. And that's it. We're gonna wash this car together, and then we're gonna have to talk about how we intend to tackle the roof and what our goal is for that. So let me put this together here. It's got a nice pickup tube, very well done, professional looking, and I like it because it's black now. So it's black, super heavy duty HGB bottle. I'm blind, but he made it easy for you to read that stuff there. And we wanted a different variation of a foam can. So we're kind of stoked to see how this does. You tighten that up here. Hand tightens good enough. What's good, everybody? And look at this. So new foam candy coming, 1/2 turn, HGBT bottle. So it's not that cheap crap. And it's gray versus green, which I think that's going to speak to everybody. And we need another foam cannon variant. And I think Gary does it the best, in my opinion. So here's the box. Here's what we're carrying. Here's what this looks like. So this is the new foam cannon coming to the House of Rags. And let's still go over this car. This car is cooked. This car is, look, I like the half turn. The weighted pickup tube. I like this band. You could buy other bands. You see this? So it makes it so it's grippy. I don't know what orifice is installed. I have to ask him. And it clicks in. So you hear this? Clicks in so you don't have to worry about it moving. All right, let's go over this car and let's talk about what we're working with here. So this car is the customer's car, right? The roof is cooked. The roof is cooked. We have to, you see that? We're gonna have to try to bring that back. The whole car is in terrible condition, terrible. I like Jaguars. Jaguar is actually my favorite car for a long, long time. I always liked the old body style. For Apex, yeah, we could talk about that. We're doing this part here. So we got that. The inside's already been detailed and completed. Oop. But my kids, let's make sure that we unlock the door here. Hold on. Let me make sure I unlock the door. So the inside has been done and ready to go. So that's the whole inside. All right, so we're gonna have to wash it. Let's get our bucket ready here. I know. What the heck? Guys, what's going on here? Have you used regloss? I have used regloss. Um, a lot, actually. Let me pour this water out. So we're gonna go over what chemicals we're gonna use for this thing. Again, it has to be washed, deconned, probably clay barred, etc. It's 105 degrees outside. It's freaking hot. I have air conditioning here, so I'm not really worried about it. All right, let's get this ready. All right, so let's look over scenarios. What's up? What's up, everybody? Yeah, this part two is pretty beautiful looking. Let's get our chemicals ready. So let me ask you guys this. What chemicals do you want to see in this live? It goes outside from the garage. It has a slope. What chemicals do you want to see? Did I run my giveaway? No. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for reminding me, bro. I have to check to see if I have clean tool. I'm not sure if I have clean tool. I gave all my PyCar stuff away to Greg so he could test it because he didn't have a good experience here. So I don't have PyCar. Let me tell you what I do have. I have Mystic Blood. I have a new Korean brand. None of y'all have ever heard about that we can use. I have Detail Co. Clean My Pan Quiver. Luminous GT Young. I don't have PyCar. Yeah, someone made this for me. So the Glens made this for me here at SEMA. They gave it to me. Christy got me this, but this is what it says when we do the Eddie test. Shout out to the boys down under in New Zealand. What was New Zealand considered down under? So Omni Garage hooked me up with that. Something new, Mystic Blood. What do you want, new or Mystic Blood? I got new, something you've never. What's up, bro? From Spain. Shout out to my Spain brethren. I got the new. When I say I got the new, I got stuff you've never seen before in your whole life. New. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this as my pre-wash. This is coming to Thor as well. Video coming soon on that. Scent is insane, pure insanity. I'm gonna be using a new soap, and then we'll use this as our pre-wash. It smells like oranges, and it's a pH of 8, but it has that surfactant and degreasing properties in it that allow it to be used on the car. Yeah, I got the new. The new. I trust. All right. When I say I got the new, I got the new. So let me start diluting it, and let me get my soap ready here. What kind of questions y'all got while we wait? Yeah, I gave it all away to Greg. Sorry, bro. Not that's not good. I just gave it to Greg because when Greg was here, he was unable to use it. Um, he was unable to use it because Brad won't let him use the products live. Let me. I'm mixing things up. Hold. Let me get everything going. So I'm mixing some things up here. This is gonna be a pre-wash per se. So let me get 1,000 mils of water. Also, I finished editing my built hamburger video. I don't know when to release it, so I was gonna wait. So I got a new product here. So it's 10-to-1. So 100 mils looks like this. It smells phenomenal, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. It smells so good. It is a citrus pre-wash peach V. Got it mixed here, and then we'll get cooking. It's smoky over here, yeah. We got wildfires. So I'm doing this. And then what soap do we want to use? We want to use the new soap too, right? Wouldn't that be 1 billion? 1 billion what? Smoky over there, D. It's 1,000. Isn't that what it's called? 1,000 mils? 1,000 mils right here. 100 mils of product. 10-to-1. And let's pump it and dump it. Yeah, that's pretty sick. All right, so pre-wash. The goal of a pre-wash here is to allow. Oh, let me mix my soap. All right, wait a minute. The goal of pre-wash here is to allow it to be used. Okay, that's all we're gonna use here. That's the new soap. Pre-washes could break up the contamination in the car. So when I do a bucket wash, I don't have to worry about it. Let me get my soap diluted for my foam cannon. I gotta show you this in like cryptic kind of way. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta show you a cryptic kind of way because when I start dropping stuff, Jamie gets vid. Vid. So you got the Jamie soap here. Let me get to mixer. Soap smells divine. And here's what the soap liquid looks like when it's diluted. That's what the soap looks like. Put that in a new foam cannon. Let me get my pressure washer ready. And then we'll get cooking, guys. Hold. Should have had this mixed before I went live. And then I'm gonna put about 1 ounce in my bucket. It's 2,000. It's 2,000-to-1 is the dilution for the new soap that Jamie created. So I'm gonna put a little bit in my bucket here. Get a wash media, and then let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Let me get pressure washer again. I should have done all this. I apologize, guys. I don't know why I'm apologizing. Like it's part of the live. Like deal with it. All right, let's get to work. Got my pressure washer ready to go. Now, a couple things I do want to bring up is I got this built hamburger video. When should I drop it? What happened? Let's go. This is my pre-wash. It's gonna go on everything. Put that on bird poop, on glass. And again, this hits pretty hard for being a pH of 8. Smells insane, dude. This pre-wash smells straight citrus. Put it on the roof here. Like it smells like a beautiful citrus, not like limey or anything. It smells like oranges. Again, I'm only doing this so when we do the contact wash with the soap, we're good to go. I'm not gonna do a dabble tap. I could foam this on, but I'm not gonna foam it on. I'm gonna use it like this so at 10 to 1 I get the actual dilution that I would, and then just let it work naturally, like they say. And make sure I get the lowers. I'll hit it again. Make sure I get every single bit of this car. And you know how some pre-washes, when you do it this way, it feels like you're choking out. I don't get that with this. But I could foam this on. You are absolutely correct. I could foam it on. And then I let it, do its thing for a little bit. Don't let it dry ever. This pre-wash. And it's a new one from Korea. The pre-wash is a new one from Korea. And you can see right away this car has zero protection. So it's a new one from Korea. Just in case you're asking again. And then yes, 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 yes. Is that a secret? It's just a new one from Korea. B. Riley. They wanted a new. I can't announce it yet because it's coming to Thor. You see all that dirt? So pre-wash check did pretty good. Now this is 1 ounce to 1,000 mils of water. You know, now that everybody's hyping 1,000 mils of water, 1 ounce. My water's pretty bad. This is pH neutral, 1,000 mils. I mean 1 ounce to a whole foam cannon. Now this soap is using the best surfactants in the world, period. And it's made in Korea. So 1 ounce into a full foam cannon gets you crazy dilution. My water is 400 parts per million, so that in itself is pretty cool. No, it's not soft wash. It's a Korean company. It's not soft wash, my friend. Scent is plum, Japanese plum. All right. Yeah, it does real good. Now that's only 1 ounce of water in that. I mean, 1 ounce of product and 4 gallons of water. So this is a new soap Jamie created. Now remember, it's not coated, so you see how slick that was, right? That's pretty cool. On a non-coated car, the soap is nuts. The slickness on it is real good. And I'm using a noodle mitt side because I always do that when I do tests. Because I always want people to know that if it's slick with the noodle mitt, our new mitts are going to be extremely slick. Japanese plum. Yeah, it's a Jaguar. As to, ooh, don't die. Wow, killer. Killer. The soap is killer. So let's talk about what we're doing to the car. It's getting a polish. It's getting regloss on the roof. And it got an interior. And yes, I charge a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay? Slick. Slipperiness is why I like this soap is very slick. It foams very well. Remember, I use 1 ounce. Hopefully you can see that. And then we'll check the rinse off in a second. Flip it over, do this side, and then do the back. And then we'll use Detail Code Prime on this live too, which is our new Endgame. So a couple things I could do. I do gotta clay it. So let me grab my clay mitt. And while soap is still present on the car, I'm just gonna clay it. Put it in the bucket over here. And soap is so lubricating, it's kind of cool. Always get the glass, and then the roof is pretty bad. So the roof needs to be super quick because we're gonna wet sand it. Now here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about all this is the soap is so lubricating that the mitt is gliding. And if you have a bad back like I do from lifting heavy weight in college and half your life, get a seat. So now we're just cleaning the car. And the hood seems pretty bad as well. This is Jamie's soap that he created that's coming soon to Thor. It'll be on my new series coming up called Under the Radar Detailing, where we look at brands that no one's ever heard of and we highlight them. Be careful not to mar the paint more so you're not having to do more of the work. Paint is rough, guys. Rough. Rough. If the water dries, don't worry, it's pH neutral. So just reactivate. I would probably use real clay for this, but it is what it is, brosen. It is what it is. And then, yeah. No, I got a brand here called Regloss. It's 2K clear wipe on with wild self leveling. So after I polish the whole car, I'm gonna wet sand the hood, I mean the roof, with 5,000, 3,000, and 5,000 to feather out the parts with dry paint. And then I'm gonna add a layer of regloss on it. Could you not lay down an iron remover? Where I live, I don't get substantial amount of iron remover. I mean iron fallout. So I don't like wasting product. I'm just being transparent, guys. Just being transparent. All right, let's rinse this mug off. Clay is done. The rinse off is amazing. So the rinse off is sensational. That's a word we like to use here. And then we're gonna dry it, and then we'll start to polish here in a second. So let me put my hose away. Um, yeah, let me put the hose away. Give me a second. Put all my stuff away. This the new Gary phone can is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, so now I'm gonna air dry the crevices, and then we'll start tackling the hood to see how that looks like. So you can see that the color came back. It was had a lot of dirt on it, um, a lot. So the color did come back slightly on some of the areas. So I just used a pre-wash. I used the pH neutral soap, and I was able to get the results I wanted. I'm using the goat here, if you're wondering. And then make sure I get the other side. The car is fatty. So what kind of questions do you got? Nope. I'm actually using a new polish that Jamie and I created. It's called Prime, It's gonna have SiO2s in it, um, so that we can coat right over it. That's the intent of that. So anything with SiO2 is not trim safe. Like, meaning be careful with the trim, but it's also easy to take off. All right. New pre-wash 8 pH did God's work. Jamie soap did God's work. And then this foam cannon is coming to the house of rags real soon. Real soon. We needed another foam cannon. Not gonna lie. Gary's out there innovating. Uh, Let me get my pad and stuff up and running. And then we'll go over how we're gonna tackle this paint. One sec. Give me 1 second, everyone. Orange pad. He paid for a one step. So let me get the light so you guys can see what we're working with. I got my pad. Let's get cooking. So you can see where the clear coat's kind of effed up here. So I'll probably have to do from here up to try to revive it because the roof is cooked. Keep your mouth shut out of respect for what? What happened? I'm not sure what happened. Uh, Let me get my polisher here. I'm just gonna use a plug-in one. And then we'll do a test spot together. So you can see how faded the hood is, right? The hood is pretty much cooked. I'm using the fine neck here with the detail coat Agent Orange pad. And then we'll do a test spot. So um, a couple dollops, couple dollops. Let's look at this here. All right, can you guys see that? Let's go over that part. So give me, I'm gonna do a quarter of this to show you what kind of brilliance we could get back and go from there. So we'll do, my pad is dusty because I don't blow my pads out because I suck. So let me blow my pads out. Sorry guys. Sorry. All right, pad is blown out. And the goal here is to bring back gloss and cut the crack. Now let's look at what we got out of it. So, you guys see that? Was this customer the owner of the vehicle? Yes. You guys see that? Let you sit there for a sec to analyze how nuts that is. That's what I feel like using today. I don't think I charged the batteries, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I've been slacking lately. I'll let you see it from this. So this is new Detoco Prime. You don't have to panel prep that. You just wipe it, use it, coat over it. We'll do this section here just to get a little more work time. And this is the wipe off. And you know, usually wipes off on cars that are oxidated when that you're using it. But gosh darn, that's nuts. So again, ETA on Prime, it's in production. So I want you to see from this to that. I usually cut the car in quarters, so I'm gonna do this whole side first. In a couple weeks, bro. Can you wipe Detoco Prime with a dampened towel? No. Why would you? You don't need to. You just saw how it wiped off, right? Doing that will probably degrade the bonding that we wanted to capture um, from the SiO2s, right? So I wouldn't. No need to. You can see a stark color difference. No, this cuts like Endgame. You see that, right? Like this is oxidized, bro. You can see like this is legit oxidized. And that's the clarity I'm getting back. Look, I'll show you on this corner here so you can see the defect removal, right? Scratches, swirls, oxidation. I'm not using a lot either. I'm using a dab, okay? Because I want it to finish out well. So we'll do this corner together. Now, someone's asking about wipe off. This is literally the wipe off. Now, I got to do the emblems under here, but I'm going to do that with the 3-inch polisher because I don't like to work. I don't have rotary, so I don't like to work around so the backing plate don't hit it. So we're looking at how much is it correct. Look at this. You see that? So just give you a contrast here. We went from all that to now we went to this. So it does a tremendous job cutting, finishing, and then I could coat right over it. Sunday, depending on weather, I'm going to watch UConn and test the Class H. Yeah, I tested all the class stuff back in the day. They're pretty good. I don't think they're better than Luminous, or I would have picked it up. They're pretty good though. And there you go. So I have a scratch here, and then blow your pads out. So just to let you know where we started with on the hood, and this is what the rest of the car looks like. That's where we're at. That's where I got the brilliance back. What do you think? Define a dirty pad, bro. Define a dirty pad. Define it. Let me ask you what a dirty pad is. Yeah, it's I wanted it to be a little more aggressive. We wanted it to cut. We wanted a true one step out of it. It works great on a rotary as well. And then yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah, prime is pretty good. Prime is pretty good. All right, so any questions I can answer, I'll do that now, and that might end the live. Does it dust? It can dust. The oxidation on the pad is what you'll get dusting from. So what I would do is I would do a section, clean the pad, blow it out, go back and do it. Probably use 2 or 3 pads for the whole car. The roof, since the roof is getting a 3,000 grit and then 5,000 grit on some areas before I do a regloss on it. I don't intend to do the roof with cutting, but the rest of the car I have to gloss up. Is prime sprayable? No, it's not sprayable. Would using a panel wipe erase the benefits of it? I mean, it's no different than using a panel wipe with any primer. Because the benefit of it is you don't have to use a panel wipe, so it just speeds up your time, right? So, if you want the panel prep, you can. The coating's gonna stick anyway because it's a clean surface. Have you spoken to Cam lately? I have not. I have not spoken to Cam lately. But yeah, I gotta finish this car in the next couple of days. I just wanted to wash it with you. I wanted to cut some paint with you to show you what we're working with. I'll probably do a video on the regloss or go live when I get to the step of regloss. I want to polish the rest of the car, ceramic coat it, um, and go from there. What would be the direct competitor to Prime? What's the best cutting product with SiO2? So Dr. Beasley's 95? 95? Probably Dr. Beasley's. I think a lot of us forget that Beasley's is pretty lit. Everything swells paint. So paint swelling happens at any part of the wash. So if you wash and use an iron remover, those solvents will swell paint. If I polish, paint will swell. That's why oftentimes when you use water spot remover, you do that first before you polish because water spots can be hidden by the swelling, the expanding of the paint before it comes back down. CarPro Essence is great. This cuts a little more than that. Can you video the wet sanding if you're doing it? Yeah, I could do all that. I could video the wet sanding or I could go live. I just want to cut the rest of the car first before I wet sand anything because that's gonna be a project. I got to tape off the glass. I got to tape off the side of it. I got to see how far down I'm gonna go. Um, I probably have to go down to like the A pillars, B pillars. So I wasn't expecting to do all that. So I got to tape off all the glass. How does this compare to Fiero? It looks like it does more. Fiero's insane. I think Fiero does a great job. I could probably get Fiero right now and do a side by side if you want to see which one cuts more, and then we could do that comparison together. But I think Fiero, Essence, Essence Plus, Cams, I think Dr. Beasley's are all phenomenal stuff. What we wanted ours to be is kind of like Endgame. The more you use, the more cuts. Um, it's pad dependent. You can cut it with a rotary too. Does a great job with rotary cutting and things of that nature. Yeah, this would remove. You saw defects. Not severe defense. You can use cutting compound, but yeah, Fierro finishing ability is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah, the disc. I'm actually using some from Harbor Freight because I want to do a bigger surface area. I think for the smaller sections, I'll probably use Carpro Reset scan disc, but I need 5,000 grit because when you have sun damage on the 5,000 grit, you want to be able for that to grab onto and then re-clear it. You want to see a side by side? Okay, side by side. Let me do a side by side here. I have to get another pad. All right, so we'll come here. And how about we just do corner to corner? I guess I don't need a cut with this again, but I'll just do it side by side. No matter. I'll just do this part right here with prime, and then we'll do live on top. So there's deeper scratches here. So those deeper scratches on the hood won't come out. I would have to probably sand that. What did I get on my thing? Look, I scratched the hood. Whatever's on here, scratched the hood. Freaking wild. Wow. What is on this? That's insane. Yeah, that just happened to me. Crazy. I gotta cut it again because it scratched the hood. What the fudge? You see that? Let me get a new pad. That's crazy. Lord. What on here would scratch my hood? That's absolutely throwing that tile away. Go. All right, then we'll do Fiero over here, right above it. Same pad, guys. Same pad. I'm gonna keep my towel in my pocket since I don't know what's scratching the car here. I used more than I thought I would because the first time I used it, so that's a lot of compound. But we'll just do this top part here. There are still some minor defects, but then it's a gloss monster. You can tell right here. There's still some minor defects, but this to that. You guys hear me? Sorry about that. The stream ended. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, they both do good. This paint needs a lot of it needs a lot of work because you can see the red wants to come out and protrude on the body surfaces. So I got until today, tomorrow, and then I'm gonna coat it and then regloss it. Everyone there? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hello. Hello. Cool. All right. Any other questions? I'll answer them. So I'm gonna use that polish show car, coat it, and then tomorrow I can go live with you guys after I wet sand the hood, or do the wet sand with you over the live tomorrow morning, and then we could regloss it together. I just need to polish the rest of the car. Hey, Rich, how's your kid doing? Hey, Nancy, how's it going? Becca. So that's the beginnings of what I'm working on tonight. It's gonna be a long night, probably like 2 hours. It's gonna be like 2 hours just doing this all night long. All night long. Yeah. Eddie, can you do one small section where you cut polish using something else and tell us what differences you see in the application of the ceramic? Yeah, I won't be able to do that now because I'm not doing the ceramic right now. But yeah, I can do that tomorrow. I can leave a section here. Looking forward to you documenting this journey. It's been good, easy content. I appreciate you. I'm doing good, Nancy. Got a Wagoneer tomorrow for coding. Black Illinois lives tomorrow. That's dope. Look at that sweat on the hat. Put it in work. Yeah, dude. I went to the gym this morning and I destroyed my arms, my triceps, and did like 35 minutes of cardio. And then I'm gonna do this, and then probably smoke a cigar. Probably smoke a cigar, bro. Yeah, regloss. I mean, look, we use regloss. This stuff is nuts. So the cool thing about this is you use 1 to 1 equal parts, put it together. You have to do it 10 minutes before you apply it, and then you prep the roof. So how we would prep this is since I have the polished car anyway and ceramic coated, the prepping for the roof would be last because that's a wet sand job. So you take 3,000 grit, 5,000 grit to feather off the sections, and once you feather off the sections, you would do straight lines. You want to always over apply on the applicator, and then you do straight lines across the thing. Um, and it restores a clear coat. The only caveat with that is time. You have to give it time to set up. So last time it took like a day and a half. If I leave it in the hot sun, probably do it sooner. So I'll probably pull this out tomorrow in the hot sun and let it cook after we do it. But there's a bunch of polishing I have to do. A bunch of polishing. And got to take out the 3-inch polisher. Got to do a lot of stuff. Joseph Magnus cigar blend. That sounds wild. What other questions you guys got? I need someone to go live with. Dude, my hat is cooked. Look at this. Yeah, house news. We lost our house that we put the offer in. Someone else bought it without a contention or a contingent offer. So we're looking at another house. So we're trying to find a house for us right now. This has been kind of sucky. My wife was sad because she really liked the house, but it is what it is. How many times have you used regloss? This will be the second time. Second time I used it. How long after you polish can you do the coating? Anytime after. I'm not gonna do the coating until tomorrow, so I'm gonna polish today, and tomorrow I'll do the coating. What kind of cigar later? Probably the same one I always smoke. CJ Newman Brick House. How many more days of the week until the next detail coat product drop? I was kind of pissed off because I thought I was gonna drop. I have 5 product drop-ins. We have the new Nemesis panel prep, which smells intoxicating. We have our interior cleaner. We have citrus, which is BDE. and then we have our detailer. So I was expecting that to drop this week. It didn't. So I'm hoping next week. We were waiting on labels and then they bottle fill. So the way they work is label, bottle fill, etc. I thought we were gonna get all that. You filmed me another epic SEMA video like last year. Yeah, James working on that right now. Um, you probably looked at the map already and know where we're at. So if you find Adams on the map, we're right next to Adams outside. So yeah, he's filming that right now. We got a bunch of work to do. There's a lot of projects in the wing right now. Sounds like a bunch of bangers about to drop. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed because I wanted the panel prep so I could do the coating here because I have a sample of the coating that I was going to use on this car, but I'm gonna leave that for later. I'll probably just use regular coating. Um, on here, he only paid for a 3 year, but already I'm impressed by the polishing because if you look at this, if you guys are just tuning in, um, this is what we're working with. This is oxidation, and this is what that red looks like on the car. So it has beauty, right? There's a lot of beauty to be seen in this car here. The roof is what's alarming because we have this spot on the roof. We have we have this spot on the roof there. You can see that. That one we have to wet sand, regloss, and then we have. So I'm trying to figure out how far down do I go, right? So if I cut it here, would it be enough? Because I have to do this spot too, and you can see that the roof is cooked. So I am going to wet sand that, and then this is the back trunk lid. The trunk lid is hashed. This whole car is cooked, dude. Car is cooked. Meal prep this week. I ate a bunch of rice and chicken. Um, I've been eating a lot of potatoes and a lot of steak. And then today, scent of the day is Chorus. I'm testing this Cot Lodge fragrance that smells like Baldwin Freak Absolute. Chorus. There's only two coatings in the line: a spray coating and a white line. Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see. I know the coating's gonna do some work. What I would love to do if I was the customer is I wouldn't do a ceramic coating. I would do a wax because the wax on this will look nuts. But I get why he wants a coating. It's just I think wax would have brought more depth. I would blend the pillars. I'm probably gonna go down. So I'm thinking if I do this here, right? I would probably go down to the bit pillar there and do regloss all the way back. This is what I'm thinking, right? Since this is not cut off, and you see this little clear coat failure right here, I'm probably gonna go up to here on both sides, just wherever that line is, and clear and fix it. I don't. How do you remove rust bubbles? You gotta get it repainted if it's like a true bubble. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I think about wet sand there. I don't need to do the around the doors. Clear coat looks good, it's just oxidized, and I tape off everything else. It should be pretty good. What is your chat wax of choice? I like luminous. I like fireballs. Ghost. I like Katabuzz Vanguard Porcelain. Yum Show Winning Wax. I love Turtle Wax, their 100th year anniversary one. I love what else was there? I have a lot. I have a lot of waxes. Fuso Coat is pretty wild. Um, I have yet a Mild Deep. Mild Deep Grace is nuts. Oh, appreciate you, man. Actually using a machine to wet sand. So I have a 5 inch because I do not want to be here all day. I have a 5 inch pad that I'm going to use to wet sand the top of the hood. I'm gonna do 3,000 grit, then blend the corners here like this dude said with 5,000 grit. But I got those disc at Harbor Freight, and I have a machine that I'll be using with my pneumatic tool to do it. No, show winning wax is it's Yum show winning wax or show wax they call it. Sorry. Uh, Sanding disc. I have this one I use for sanding. I have a whole arsenal. So Pick that up. Pick this up here. So I have a whole thing here. So I use SIG disc. I have custom blocks made by the Sandman himself. So sometimes I'll use this for wet sanding by hand. Uh, I have other sanding blocks somewhere else. Let me check above here. I have these that I use as well. So this is from Hercules. These are real good actually. These sanding discs are real good. And then sometimes I use my flex tool, but I do it by hand or machine if on Pro 2 time. Look at this. I am a guys. I'm a suede whore. I have like 20,000 pieces of suede. That's how I like to put ceramic coatings. And I have my custom suede blocks. And then I have all my sanding tools here. I have a bunch of waxes. I live in Idaho, Pocatello, Idaho. Custom blocks from Kilmer. Yep. I have a bunch of waxes. I have a bunch. I Eclipse is Luminous's wax, which I love. I actually got to test that before they released it. It's a phenomenal wax. Um, my custom sanding blocks are from Kilmer, and then I have a tool that I'll use. I used to have a Scorpion from Rubez, gave that away, so I bought one from Sucks because I had all the tools to actually do a proper wet sanding job on a car. So I had to go buy one when Jamie was here because we're gonna have to wet sand the hood. So that's my goal. I'm gonna polish the car, tape off the roof, the sunroof, the side, get the wet sanding in. I'm gonna have to use the hand wet sanding on some of the edges. Have I been to Missouri? I flew over it. I wish. I heard Missouri barbecue's wild. Take care, bro. Uh, I was raised in Philadelphia. No, have you finished your last will and testament on all your detailing products and tools? You mentioned you weren't moving those things. I am trying to. I'm gonna give some away, take some with me because I'm gonna have a shopping. We're gonna have a film bay over there, so I don't want to rebuy the things that we don't need. But a bunch of this has to go. I gave a polisher away. I have like 10 more polishers. I have two new flex polishers that are corded. Corded. I have a bunch of crap, bro. I have a bunch of crap. It's just the shipping part, right? The shipping part is what eats into that. RTP, what's up? What is your thoughts about topping and coating with a good wax? In the winter, nah, I just do spray waxes. I mean, for me, I don't I love wax and I think wax has its place, but I'll never top my coating with a wax ever. What projects are you looking forward to before SEMA? Going to TLC Supplies, we're doing a live event there, coming out with the rest of our line, filming the stuff that we need for the stuff that we're going to drop in the future, getting our coatings in before SEMA, planning the SEMA events to see what we're going to do at SEMA. But yeah, it's a lot going on. Winter time, I just use a spray wax, dude, like a spray sealant, and just top it. I would just top it. Yeah, I think the beast is gonna go to Corey. Good, because I don't have any waxes going to use Infinity 1 to 3. That's a commitment, bro. That's Infinity 1 to 3 is a commitment. It is a tremendous commitment. I mean, tremendous. It's a tremendous commitment. Are you batch filming during Thor's birthday? Yeah, we're gonna go before, and then we'll have to stay after everyone leaves. Cindy, how are you? Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. I haven't had, yeah, 1 to 3 is nuts. I love Infinity. Our new ceramic topper is what we're calling it. It's not a stout as Infinity, but a stout. but the hydrophobics are nuts. Slickness is pretty wild, and then so is durability. But we're not gonna claim a year with that one. Infinity Straight is a year, easy, proven, tested, easy, easy, like simple. You know, it's super easy. I don't even have to. Did I show you what haven't I showed you guys, dude? So when do I drop this fat newt video? Need a friend. Should I wait until the weekend? Should I wait until Monday, like my normal time? Look, I dropped the video off hours because YouTube knows your algorithm. Got like 400 views. I do DIY rinseless and not a fan of the smell, but cleaning power is strong. I use Absolute for midweek. Any others I should try? Yum, Detail Co. I mean, uh, the Absolute is real good in the hot sun. That's what actually changed my mind about Absolute. If you're looking for something that cleans like DIY, but you don't like the smell, I have a laundry list. I hybrid wash from Detail Co. The new one is insane. Indo from what's his name? Hero. You got Yum, GT. There's a clean tool. There's a slew, bro. There's a list. There's a list that you need to tap into. You're in Florida. Oh, when I come back to Florida, we can meet up and I'll coat your car. Uh, I'm in Florida. Is a combo lightning. No, the new sealant is it's a brand new witch. It's a witchery. It's witchcraft. No, I'm just gonna drop it. Look, I'm to the point in my YouTube channel, like I don't care. I used to care. Like I used to chase views. I don't care. I'm to the point I don't care. Maybe I should. I just don't care. I just don't care. Is that bad for me to think that? I love doing lives. I'd rather do a live than edit a video. I'm trying to get, not, it's not that I'm burnt out. Is that doing lives is more interactive. I don't feel like I'm being weird talking to myself in a garage. I feel like I could do what you guys want and go from there. But it's just this, it's easier for me this way. I just love lives. I don't know what it is about the lives, bro, that just get me going. I just enjoy it. I enjoy you all coming on. Sometimes it's like, this is what it is. Corey, when I move, I'll pay you $100 to clean my pads. Hydrosave, do not use in direct sun. It will murk your paint. Do not use that mug in direct sun. Don't do it. All right. See, lies are more engaging. See, everyone agrees. Florida, bro. What part of Florida you in? Because I'm in, bro. If you want to do, if you want me to come coat your car, I'm in. I mean, I'm in for an adventure. Guys, this is one of my favorite compounds in the world. I used it for like 6 years straight. NV Finesse from NV Car Care. They make banging at you. I don't know if Park sells it anymore. He probably doesn't. He's a liable guy for life, but NV's nuts. I'm gonna test this to see how it does on the paint because I'm gonna panel prep anyway. I was just showing you our new thing. Oh, is this a plug? I ain't using it, man. What's the consensus from your last live? We're taught once from a rinseless. Oh, they wanted slickness, cleaning, slickness on dry off, sun friendly. Like their laundry list was pretty vast. Well, don't know what's wrong with that crap. Time to show you another compound. 5 month pad washing, bro. I'm gonna need a little more than pad washing for those two things. Should we try this? This is a new compound not out yet. It's supposed to be touched by God. It's supposed to be touched by the Lord Himself. Let's test. Let's test it. Hello. Ooh, this is dusty like my life. Oof. Oof. Bear with me. I might do that deal. 5 months, you said? 5 months, right? Of just cleaning my pads. That means. Oof. Lord, I just dented the car. The car's cooked. Guys, I'm testing a compound here. It's new, not out yet. Can't talk about who it is, but I have grown to love it. It's pretty lubricious. You want to be careful with the Jaguar emblem on older cars because you can F it up. So when you're doing this, the easiest way to be if you're not comfortable is to tape it off. Also go low speed so you're not your backer plate doesn't nick it and it rips off. That's just my thought here. So this is a cutting compound, but it does God's work as a one step. You see that? We're gonna touch this side up here. So you see this right here? You want to be super careful. This moves slightly, but when you butt up, you want to make sure that you're not butting up to the point where you're putting pressure on the emblem because you'll F it up. And then happy you don't have insurance and you're doing details, which is stupid, but that's neither here or there. That's a different conversation. There you go. So we got that cleaned up. Thor Premiere in 5, I'm out. Thor Premiere in 5, thank you for telling me. I'm out, guys. I'm going to start correcting this car. We'll be on tomorrow, do Regloss Live. Appreciate everyone. Hit the like and subscribe, and appreciate everyone for the love support. I'm out.